friends. So today we're going to try and build the gate here to grab this span so we can allow our animals on our deck without worrying about them running away. So because we want this to match the existing deck, some details have to be the same. So we went out and bought wood that will match the way the decking railing system is made. But we need some other details as well now that we have the wood. For example, we need to know the distance between each stile and the next tile, and that is just under 4 inches. I'm not sure how consistent that is, but it's reasonably consistent. And of course we need to know the height. That's 23.5 inches. And of course our opening dimension. Which is 41.5 inches.
When you measured earlier, it was 42.5. So, is it 41 or 42?
It's 41.5. So now we're going to go into the shop and start cutting the wood, and we'll return and probably build this out here on the deck. Let's go and test it and make sure. We cut our first piece, and since we're going to use it to cut the remaining of the pieces, we need to make sure that this is the correct dimension, that it fits between our boards, and also that those two columns are actually straight. So we're going to go all the way down, and sure enough, this is the right dimension. You notice we cut it a little shorter, and the reason for that is because the gate needs to swing and it needs to clear the board. So if you cut it exactly at the dimension you measure, your gate will not open and close. Okay, make sure as always that your ends are flat. It is a good idea to actually clamp the boards, especially when they are that thin. And also the clamp adds some weight and prevents them from being difficult to handle. And if you look here, we have all our boards cut. So we're going to go outside and start assembling. So come along with us. So we got two 4-inch spacers, so we can have one on the top, one on the bottom, and make sure that we have the same distance between them. Now let's go to the deck. Make sure you square the pieces. We are doubling the first, and we're going to double the last one to give rigidity and something to attach more securely the hardware to the door. But the rest of them will be 4 inches apart, as we have cut there our little spacers. So we have finished the one side. We have spaced the boards appropriately. So now we're going to lift it. We are going to put it on its back so we can put the other 2 pieces. Now before we did that, we did before check for square, and we're going to check one more time to make sure that nothing has moved. And simply now we're going to use the 2 remaining boards. I don't know which one you like more. And we're going to you're using brad nails just to keep it in place, and then we're going to nail it. Did you feel?
Maybe you should take a couple with you instead of getting up after each one. Well, certainly you don't need to have one of these tools, but this makes it easier and quicker. But the hammer can do the same job. Let's see if it fits in the opening. Okay.
It would be sad if it didn't, right?
Yeah. This is the top.
Yes, I know. Yep, what do you think? Looks good.
Yeah, let me over there.
Where?
Over there, and then you can put it back into the space.
It has enough clearance for the hardware. We need to go and get the hardware.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And it looks, yeah.
we need to make a spacer for the bottom, so it will be on the
so
same
that it's
line.
the same height as
Yeah.
our. Yeah. Okay.
Which is there, it looks like, right?
About.
Okay, so we cut our last piece, and that is the cap to go on top here to present a finished look to our gate. And I'm going to make a very crude test to make sure that the gate opens and clears. I think it will be fine. What do you think?
And what we're doing is looking at it with roughly a 1-inch overhang on either side.
Just go slightly that way. Just slightly your way. Yeah, that way. Slightly more.
Looks about even to me. Check
But
this
it is
out.
not even. It is. They are symmetrical. The two things. Should we completely do it now, or that's it? That opens and closes.
Do the. Yeah, you're gonna have to do that one again because you slivered it.
Oh, I didn't actually sliver it. It went on there.
It went where?
You know, this one had a piece missing.
That's the one that slivered off.
Right. You need to check it again now.
You need to just come back here. Now it's secure.
We can glue the sliver. So it looks like it will open and close. So you see, you don't want to have it totally flush, because as you can see, as this moves, it will stop the gate from opening, and actually the hinge will probably bring it a little out. But I think we have enough clearance on both sides to be good. What do you think?
I hope so.
I think I'm going to put a little more, a few more nails. What do you think?
Okay.
So we attached our hinges to make it easy for ourselves. We have put the gate on its side, of course, and make sure that you attach the hinges correctly. We're painting the gate before we install it. It's easier to do that before you actually hang it, and we're using the same paint that we have painted the rest of the deck. Notice for this application you do not need treated wood. As long as you paint it, this wood will last for a long time. The important thing is to paint it and keep the paint on it as it fades, and the wood will last you many years. In our case, we did not want to have treated wood because we have animals that might potentially chew on it, and the chemicals can be deadly. The same goes if you have young children. You do not want treated wood around them. But as you can see, the color match is very good, and within a couple of weeks, when it will fade a little bit, you will not know that this was a new addition. The next step will be to hang the gate, and we will show you that, and then this project will be done. Oh no,
We'll
because
do that-
has to be correct.
It is correct, isn't it? Does it need to be further over?
No, honey, that's not what I mean. There is an angle here.
I know there's an angle, sweetie.
Of course, it
but
could
this
be like
still
this
has
too.
to.
Okay. You like it there, like that? Or you want to go a little more to the side?
What I wanted was to attach this first.
So we're going to go from this, which is kind of ungainly, and it is a pain, and it drops, and it doesn't look good, with our finished gate. And here is our final product. It's very secure. We have a latch here, and it completely opens and tucks under there. And we went from something ugly that didn't match, that needed a lot of work, to something really great that works very well for us. So friends, this is our build for today. If you did like what we did, please hit the like button, share, and comment and subscribe. We're one subscriber away from 400, which means our next giveaway. Hopefully that will happen by Wednesday. So you could be the one that triggers the next giveaway, and could it be fun if you are the one that actually gets whatever we give away. So this design can be adapted for indoors. We did it for our animals, but this will work very well for kids if you want. This specific latch can lock, so it doesn't open. It is not very expensive. I think we bought it for under $2.
3.
But if you need it locking, it can lock. I recommend, because this is, even though it's small, it's fairly heavy. I would recommend that you leave it latch more of the time, so the weight is not always on the hinges, but also on the latch. So this was our project. I hope you enjoy it, and we're going to see you Wednesday.